God, it's Tuesday. Pull up a seat, talking Commanders football, drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports, Ken, Kevin, and Tim. Don't muff it up, fellas, hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday here on First Amendment Sports.
Just let that soothe you, bring you back. It's a little consolation, a little comfort. Thank you for joining us on yet another Tuesday evening on behalf of First Amendment Sports. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
Thank God it is Tuesday. Thank God we're with all of you guys, and it's because this bipolar season just keeps on rolling.
And our special guest for the evening, sitting in the basement studio with us, Mr. Blair Mills.
Hello, everybody. Great to be here.
Good to have you.
Yep.
All right, so it's like too soon Tuesday for me. I feel like this loss just happened a second ago. So we'll process it a little bit still in real time, but we're not going to lose sight of the fact that it's Dallas week. We're not going to lose sight of the fact that our destiny is still in our own control, and that the middle of the season, teams that emerge, we still, I think in many respects, look like we could still be one of those teams. Let's start with this though. The NFC East was up for grabs last night in a way. The NFC loss. Obviously, that hurts from a playoffs perspective. But Philadelphia loses. The Giants whip up and bite them. The Dallas Cowboys lose to Carolina. Those are the weeks as Redskins fans our whole lives. That's the week that we want to want to win. We have to win. That's the time that the burgundy and gold has to get the W.
I know, and I'm going to be like you real quick and polish a turd. At least those teams didn't win. Now that you're saying it, I've been thinking that for 24 hours, but because that was our opportunity to do some work. Obviously, that didn't happen, but at least those guys didn't win as well. So we're all miserable this Tuesday.
And who cares about the Giants, anyways? Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterman, but we always knew they were going to be fun to watch. Always. We also always knew they were going to play for the New York Giants. I'm sorry, guys. There's that show has like one or two season stops before they're canceling it and changing the whole thing up. What were your thoughts about going to 3-3? The last minute nature of the loss, any of it?
So I was there.
Yep.
Last night, I was fortunate enough. One of my former players and really good friend of mine these days, Jeff Austin, invited me to go. He works for Yeti now. So
dude, that's the Bears connection.
The Yeti box?
Connection.
That seems like a fun place
that
to
sounds
be.
like the best thing ever.
Well, it's not a Yeti box, but the Commanders are trying to get involved with Yeti, right?
Of course.
And vice versa. So I hope I'm not over.
No, trust me, no.
No. Jeff would determine that, not us. Right?
I was going to say my phone's not making any noises. So
But so I was there in a box with him, and it was awesome. He was in town for Good Counsel's alumni weekend, so it was his 20th reunion, and we were there. I am of the mindset that the sky is not falling, right? Like, most of the NFL is built to go 8-8, not anymore, right? 8-9, 9-8.
There you go.
Right. And there's a couple teams that are a little better than that, and then a small number of teams that are clearly above that line, and then there's a handful of teams that are clearly below that line. And I think the free agency and the draft, all of those things are built towards that parity, right? So guys,
so 3-3, you're right where we're right where you think we should be.
But just think about it. We won so many close games last year. We won so many games by going or converting third and fourth downs and that hyper aggressive mentality, like at some point you regress to the mean.
Yeah.
Right. And so a loss like last night to me is a little bit of that regression that takes place. And
But isn't that inside of a season, though? I mean, you can't regress on a previous season. We already paid those dues.
no,
I'm just
like,
saying.
you just no.
I
Like,
didn't think I think you said it before the show, Blair, and the ball didn't bounce away from us. Like the whistle didn't go against us. The things that like they had a touchdown called back because the left tackle was one blade of grass in the wrong spot. I mean,
that was a terrible call.
Jaden Daniels threw the most uncharacteristic interception of his life at the goal line. I mean, all these things happened in the same game. And then the fumble that happened at the end, that was always going to happen in a game where the visibility was marred on screen.
Yeah.
Somebody was going to drop the ball, and we did.
I just ultimately don't think, obviously that's not the best version of the Commanders that.
No, we look like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look bad.
Cool. I was trying to keep it PG.
Yeah, no. I mean, sorry.
But no, I'm with you. Like yeah, we didn't look great, but ultimately, I said this before the season. All right, if you look at the Vegas win total, it's 9.5. Right. If we exceed those things, it's all on Jaden Daniels' shoulders because to me, even at full strength, the roster's not great. Right. Like he's gonna take us to those heights like he did last year.
Well, like he did last
can.
night. Without him last night,
Yes.
we get worked.
Yeah.
Now, I said he did cost us the game because I understand his position and what league these guys play in.
Right.
And the other quarterback, I'm not going to drop that on him. This guy has earned the right to have it dropped on him because of who he is and how I think of him.
Right.
I love that he got out there and said that right away. It's on me. There's no other reason. There's nothing else you can say.
Right.
Of course, it's not just on him. But when you rely on him like that, yeah, last night was on him. He put the ball on the ground. Have you seen, Joe Montana do that in crunch time?
Yep.
Have you seen Tom Brady? Maybe. I don't have that film, that tape, but I don't have that image in my brain. So that last night, that punched me directly. It took all the wind out. But if he was not on that field last night, we weren't worried about turnovers in the end of the game. That's all. That's my point. And I love that he earned it. He owned it. That he earned that's what happened. He put the damn ball on the ground in crunch time. That's not like him.
And we do rely on him to make game-winning plays in the fourth quarter because he can and does, and he will. Like that's his skill.
Sure.
The touchdown to Moore, the touchdown, the throw to Christian McCaffrey, the last touchdown.
Luke McCaffrey.
Luke, did I say Christian McCaffrey?
Luke.
And he was making it rain. I mean, he just whipped the arm back and dropped the ball in a spot that where it had to go, and he did that a number of times, and we count on him to do that.
But he wasn't very accurate last night,
No.
even on completions. How many times did Debo have to reach back? And I understand the conditions. 25 to 30 mile an hour winds. You were there. I do get that. But if he hits McNichol a little bit, that's not just a huge play. That's 6. Mm-hmm. Just like if Oz doesn't drop that ball at the seam, that was 6 for them. It's those little fine plays that he did last year, that he made last year. You can't just make them for 20 straight years.
Yeah, down the stretch last night when they hit him low and they called the roughing the passer, he wasn't right. That the rest of that possession, and then I think it was one more possession. The next one we fumbled and lost. Maybe if I'm recollecting,
He did get his rushing yards.
Yeah, but no, he got hit low.
He did
on that drive, and he just was off. That's what the one thing that we said last night when we were watching the game. It was like 5 or 6 of us. After he got hit low, obviously automatic first down, but he was I felt like he was a little shaken.
Yeah,
and it just they never kind of made, like you just said, they never made that next play to go win the game.
And he wasn't responsible for tackling Swift because everyone else had been tackling the shit out of him all season. And apparently he was extremely elusive for the burgundy and gold in black on black last night because that dude made us look soft a little bit.
They ran on us. We did not run on them. They were very good looking. We were very ugly.
I mean, again,
all of it.
Again, for me personally,
smart.
For me personally, right? Like, okay, what does the roster look like this week? And I mean, there's no way if you're the Bears. Like, I think going into the game, they were the worst run D in the league or
Yeah,
one of the
worst.
worst run
32.
defenses.
32nd in yards per carry.
Yeah.
Giving up.
And
Yeah.
we're first.
Yep. Okay, cool, fine. Look at every game in a vacuum
Yeah,
by
of
itself.
course.
Our weapons were not great on the perimeter last night, right? Like from the pedigree standpoint and things like that.
Shout
So-
out to Debo for trying to make it work.
Yeah.
He was not himself.
Well, right, exactly. So Debo's not himself, and there's a couple other guys that Jaden threw open once or twice, but those guys weren't getting great separation. And
Ertz,
it is what it is.
Ertz was available a lot, but I also know like how unsexy that is sometimes to
No,
Jaden
man.
Daniels. And,
Well, I mean, is Chris Moore that seductive in your brain?
I mean,
'Cause
he
he
was
finally
getting
made a
open
damn
late.
play. I almost dogged him out last week
Yeah.
for never making a play, and when it counted, he was solid as heck. And that throw to Ertz was A+.
Yeah.
That was how if you
That's the
run that
one.
play in the red zone, that's the one.
I was surprised they didn't go to Ertz more early and often. And
he was open, and every time they ran a replay, you saw him running open, and they were trying to push. And I don't know if he wasn't looking at it, but when we were not, I mean, I was big. I mean, he was every time he just does that same thing. He just
Yeah.
runs it and then finds the hole and
in
sits
the
in
seam,
it,
right?
and it's
yeah,
it would seem to be always there.
4 low. That's a post up. That's just go down there and get that body in front of someone.
I don't know if you were
Turn
gonna
around and give a pass.
tell your 35-year-old tight end you're gonna have to take 27 helmets to the midsection tonight
I mean,
because he could have 27 catches.
well, the people I was with, they were making fun of me because they were like, "You obviously have Zach Ertz on your fantasy team," which because Dalton Kincaid got ruled out, I did have to start Ertz,
Mhm.
and I lost by 0.6 points, which is crazy.
I
But
love Kevin loves fantasy talk.
yeah, I know, he hates it, but like, I mean,
Hell
ultimately,
I do love
to
it.
But-
my fantasy team.
right? But seriously, it's like, okay, Debo's banged up. There's no Terry.
No
No-
Noah.
Noah Brown he's been hurt the last 3 years, right? Whether he's with us or not. So he's kind of been in
That's
and out.
very true.
So it's like,
You break him out for the Hail Marys.
well, but it's
Yeah,
like,
and some pass interference calls.
we have to lean on Ertz, and I thought maybe they could have done it a little earlier. Maybe they were trying to save something for down the stretch, but it was just a little too late, too short. But
I like the
just
connection with
think-
Luke McCaffrey.
Yes, I like that, but I just feel like the connection with Ertz has just been so, if you will, lucrative, right? The last year and 6 weeks or so.
It's
So-
rejuvenated the guy's entire career. 'Cause
Right.
He
And
was
bingo.
done.
yes,
He wants
He
to
was
play.
finished.
yes,
Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels
Yeah.
brought him from the dead.
yeah.
I mean, it's like it was Jesus like.
Some very old balls. You definitely at some point would like some newer balls, but at the same time, I mean, if he can do what he's doing right now, he can do that for the next 5 years.
Ertz.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy. He's not running sprints.
You realize HGH is banned. It's
No.
a banned substance.
No.
I'm just saying he can
No,
go out,
he's-
he can run 10 yards, find a hole,
I
sit
got
and
I
sit.
got Sinnott moving up next.
I hope
saying.
so. I hope
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I was hoping late last year that would happen, but it didn't with Senate. But no, I mean, I just, when those weapons are available on the outside and they get a little more separation, a little more in rhythm,
That's-
and Ertz has a little more room to operate.
Our
it
wide
works,
receiving
but-
core's injuries caused them to play a big box. They stuffed that box, and
Yeah,
that's why they had success defending us because we did
Bingo.
not have anyone out wide that could do anything
Bingo.
to stop them from doing that last night.
Right.
And Cliff Kingsbury, who I don't know if he had a great night either, had a couple big plays drawn up that I love. We loved to make Nichols running back right up the sidelines. We loved watching Luke make that little move on that up and go on the screen and go. He can dial some shit up like that, but I don't know if he had a great night last night across the board calling that game. And I know why. 25, 30 mile an hour winds, no threat out wide. They're going to box you up, and you better be able to run it against the box or you're going to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
And we still did enough to win the game.
And
Greg, don't skip this week. You can't just come on and say you're going to skip this week.
Hey, some
So first of all, you
of
clearly,
us just,
you
he
guys,
ain't gonna skip. He just wants to
probably
say he's
live
gonna
stream. Yeah,
skip.
you're just saying you're going to skip. Ken Harris, what's up? EO, Rhett, Top Heavy, Robert Cohen. The faithful, like the folks who are here every week, they're awesome. And this guy EO, he is in charge of our theme music. Now he has a band that was the lead song for us for about a year or so. and then he sent in a bunch of new product, and so we've fallen in love with the doo-wop version.
It has a nice touch to it. And while you're putting a nice touch to that, let me remind everyone out here, our friend Blair Mills, WCAC's finest, representing good counsel, local basketball. He's a stalwart coach. He's been coaching in the league. He now coaches the team takeover, the premier AU team in the area, and my CUA brother, Catholic University's finest. It's special to have you in here, so I wanted to make sure we got this special introduction so everyone knows why we're chopping it up. And a diehard fan of the Redskins, the burgundy and gold in the building last night, as you heard. I thought it'd be pretty cool to chop it up here tonight.
And we got a little taste of that because we talk about how we got to the suite last night. Kind of just being like, I'm just gonna drop this right here. I was in the suite last night, which by the way, I was looking out. I've been in that game the last 2 years, and I watched from my TV. And I said, I'm okay not being there this year.
Well, yeah. So we had field passes, so we go down early.
Yep.
And I texted a couple of friends, particularly
with the Bears
and my dad. No, we were on the
skin side,
the commander side.
Okay.
And Jaden Daniels was warming up with basketball, shooting jumpers. And I actually put it on my Instagram story. Like, if Jaden Daniels is working on his jumper in a nor'easter, why aren't you?
Yeah. Well done, Coach.
That's really
well
good.
done.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool to see that. And I've seen other guys warm up with, as a kid, watching Nolan Ryan was obviously, he threw so hard and had so many no-hitters. A lot of kids growing up loved watching. But I remember, watching him warm up one time at Oriole Park, and he was throwing with a football. Right?
Oh,
like all
football. When pitchers warm up with the football, that's how I know they were taught right.
Yeah. So just watching that kind of stuff, it just made me, think about that. And I texted some of my old men's league buddies, like, maybe we should recruit Jaden to come play with us, but whatever. But it was great.
He's great for team culture. I understand.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see that.
Yeah. What about your men's league softball teams?
I do not play men's league softball.
Okay.
I
never did.
I filled in one time.
Okay.
For one of my buddies, Skylar Sarr, PE teacher at Good Counsel, and wrestling coach, strength and conditioning coach.
How'd it go?
Went well. I had to borrow a mitt. All I had, because I'm from Salisbury, so all my baseball stuff was home. And this was shit. I've been there 22 years. This was probably within the first 3 years of working, maybe 4 or 5 years working at the school. So I had to borrow a mitt, but I played I played center field, right field, something like that. I had a couple of good hits. It was good. It felt good to get back out there. But I haven't played. I hadn't played since 8th grade because
or allowed
long
to.
Story short, but my mom shut down baseball for me.
All other sports.
Mostly moms were after some of the other sports.
Yeah, no, long story short, but she shut down baseball because my grades had fallen a little bit because I had
baseball related.
Growing up in a small town, I had to play football in order to go to the high school that was best at basketball, and so I had never played.
Which one was that?
Football. I went to Wycomico High School in Salisbury.
Yeah.
So, but I lived in the Mardella district.
Did you say Salisbury?
Salisbury, sir. It is not Salisbury. So,
thank God.
So anyway, I had to play football to be able to go to the best basketball school, because that's just where you were sent if you wanted to play football. And my grade struggled a little bit. I mean, for my mom, that was like a 3.2, right? And so anyway, long story short, she cut baseball off in the spring, and I was just sophomore year. I was afraid I couldn't hit off speed, and I had played varsity basketball as a freshman, so I was like, I can't play JV baseball after playing varsity basketball.
Plus, they're throwing the deuce out this bad boy.
Yeah.
Here comes filthy Mr. 2.
Yeah, the curveballs I was hitting growing up were 8 miles per hour, not.
Plus, you're driving.
Fastballs.
I'm not from that far down, but I'm from Calvert County, that far down.
Yep.
And any sport you played, especially baseball and some of them sports, you were doing some driving to go to some games.
Yeah.
I mean, because all the kids within 35 minutes of you were on your team.
Yeah.
And then you had to go an hour to get to another neutral location. But so let's for Greg's purposes, I don't want Greg to skip. Greg, tell me your wellness check on Greg and on the board. Greg, make
It was
sure
tough, man.
let me know that you're still there because we're going to move straight on to Dallas. We're 3-3. That's just what we are. We did not seize the opportunity in Carpe the Diem with the NFC East being
Is unseized a real word?
We
unseized the opportunity.
we
last
Misseized is not a
there you
word.
go.
How
Yes.
about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
There's one teacher in the building, and I'm nodding every time he wants to talk about pronunciation or spelling or grammar.
can you? I think you could reverse some sexual harassment charges with the unseizing that they're doing, that they're in the process of doing.
There's also one bartender in the building. I'd be willing to get you that next whiskey as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, I can respect there. I can respect there.
No, but you're unseizing and you're reseizing.
Here we go.
All right, gentlemen, fill her up.
Mine is Soda Stream. In case anyone's counting
Soda
it.
Stream
Straight Soda
brought from your own car, from your own
Yes,
home.
from Alney.
Yes.
The bubbles. Do.
Ours is the Bushmill stream of
Yeah.
yes,
The Protestant
of
side.
cognizance.
Uh,
In reality, that the season is not anywhere near. We don't do any of that stuff.
No. I know.
But
I
it's
know.
all right to
Also,
talk
I
about-
don't.
It's all right to talk about. We want Dallas.
I
as
don't
well.
believe that the sky's falling either. I just thought
No,
that
just disappointing as crap.
when we played when we played at our wellest, we played well enough to beat the crap out of them, but we didn't play that way enough. And then when we played at our worst, we played like a team who could lose to Dallas, which is a good segue because we can't. Everyone can lose to Dallas. It's like I don't know. It's just like a motto. It's like the worst motto of all time. I mean, everyone could lose to Dallas. Like you just have to embrace the fact that you might freaking lose. Someone's going to
It's like
lose.
a
to
Tech
them.
Mobile matchup. They're number one offense and worst defense. So it's going to be.
Well, we're done.
Interesting.
For the rest of the season, we're done. No, we're never ever doing anything about what we're ranked at anything with the other person. We were the number one ranked rushing team, and we went against the worst. It doesn't matter.
I know.
Until maybe like week 15 or
But
16.
listen, we still rushed for 124 yards. It's not like they pinned us down. It was 4 yards a carry. That's an average number, yes, against a below average team. But when we have no receivers, like we talked about, this is the league. Like we got to respect
They were able
the
to.
league.
They absolutely did not have to spend a lot of brain cells and ideations, on the sidelines to cover our wide receivers.
They were fast, and they limited Jaden Daniels rushing big plays from 40-yard clips to 7-yard trots out of bounds.
And we handled their defensive line for the most part.
And Grady Jarrett didn't play.
And Grady Jarrett didn't play.
Son of a B.
Well,
I go ahead.
well, I mean, again, sky's not falling, like I said, but
Not falling.
man, the NFL is week to week, right? So it's matchups, it's whatever. I mean, he looked good, but is Jaden Daniels like 100%? Like, probably not, right? And like I said, the last couple of drives, if you go back and watch the film, like when he got hit low, and yes, we got the first down, but he just was a little off after that, right? Like maybe second guessing, maybe not wanting to get out and roll downfield when he could have. But I mean, looking ahead to Dallas, like definitely a winnable game. Is CeeDee Lamb going to be back? That's a big piece for
I certainly hope not.
I'd love to not see him play.
I think he's trending.
I know.
To try
I'm
to
just
make
saying,
it
I
work,
certainly hope
but-
not because he is a badass.
Yeah,
And so's Pickens. Pickens is
Right.
a problem.
Man, and you also, again, the tight end connection. Ferguson has been really good.
Turd
for them.
Ferguson.
He's been really good for them.
Pickens is third in receiving in the league. Ferguson is third in receptions in the league.
Yeah,
They're
it's
putting it on people.
yeah.
Yep.
They're
and passing defense is that's what we do terrible at.
You're
So-
damn right it is. And I
We're-
think Dak's second and all that. I know we're not ranked, but let's
No,
be
but
honest.
on that
They
we're bad
could
at it.
explode all over us if we
Yeah.
don't do what we're supposed
no,
to do.
their offense is really good. And Javonte Williams has had a resurgence there. He's been looking good. I mean, we
He's
have,
fourth in the NFL in rush yards.
I know.
That's
I know.
shocking to me.
No, I mean,
That's why I think.
see, this is why you should play fantasy football
If
because
Sam
these are the
Howell-
types of nuggets you would know.
if Sam Howell
Nuggets.
only got a chance to keep coming because that they were teammates in UNC, right? Him and Javonte,
Yes.
and De'Ami Brown for that matter.
Yeah.
But who
You
was
guys
the other
playing
running back?
college fantasy? Good for you guys.
Yeah.
I love
No.
it.
I think that So we have to sack Dak Prescott because otherwise it's going to be a long day. But the thing about this particular matchup that I like is that I think you're going to see a lot of points scored in this game. I mean, unfortunately for us, unless we're able to start, because I do think our offense is getting. You can see it.
Well, I would say this, in line with the idea that the sky's not falling, we peaked at the right time last year, right? We started playing really well down the stretch. We haven't gotten there yet. Maybe injuries have something to do with it a little bit, but I like the fact that we haven't peaked yet. We maybe haven't played our best. Yes, we've had pockets of great play. I like that, me personally.
We still got guys coming back.
Yeah. I think I hate to say it, I probably need to do a little more research into the week and see who's available. Ooh. Definitely a coin flip game, probably in my mind.
What's the spread?
I imagine
is Terry or CD?
My guess, unfortunately,
Right.
I kind of know these things sometimes without looking. My guess is like it's 2.5, something like that.
No, I think we're favored.
What is it? 2.5?
1.5 our way. I said 2.5 their way.
What is it?
I think we're
Skins
favored.
minus 1.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
1.5, 2.
Over under 54.5. That's a big number.
I'd probably play the under there.
I think
just because
I'm not going to bet it, but I do think it. I think they'll score more than 55 points. I think it's going to be. Going to be like a 35-30 type scenario.
Can I give one shout out real quick,
dude? You can give 100 shout outs.
I got right now. I'll give more later, but I got to give a shout out.
Are they watching?
He's probably not watching.
We're live.
I'll send it.
We're live to the world, like the Truman Show.
He didn't know, but I got to give a shout out.
We're live in Peru right now. Did you know that?
I got to give a shout out to my man Phil. He's in my neighborhood. He's in a couple of my fantasy leagues. He loves betting overs, and all I can hear him saying when you said 54.5, hammer the over.
Hammer it.
Hammer it, Phil.
That's the way he would say it. But I would probably bet the under just because a divisional game, teams are familiar with one another. We're a heavy rush offense.
On the road in Dallas?
Yes. Quarterback is not 100% in my mind. Run the ball, try to keep them off the field. That I would imagine that's a bit of the game plan, but
what time
I'm just a high school
teacher.
True,
as long as we can tackle.
4 o'clock,
if we can tackle, because they're going to set the pace offensively.
Right.
They're going to get off. They're going to go for theirs. We got to slow their ass down, or else then we get into then it's got to be a.
They have that glare though, right?
Who has the glare?
So doesn't the stadium
that
in
shiny
Dallas,
ball glare that we're still?
They have the shiny ball glare, but at the Dallas Stadium for the late game. Correct me if I'm wrong, board. But I think this is because I always think about this. Because they're always playing like the Rams, or the Niners, or the Bills, or whatever on 4 o'clock over the last few years.
Yeah.
I think in their place in the 4 o'clock game, because I think CeeDee Lamb has like dropped touchdowns against us even because of this glare. It's like right in the middle of the end zone.
I don't know.
All right, someone's got to back me up on this because first of all, it's the dumbest thing ever to be true.
You're glaring again.
Wait, I have.
Yeah, you guys
definitely have
amongst yourselves.
I definitely have a 12-second comment / gripe.
All right. Grind your gears.
I feel like it's really difficult in the NFL with the scheduling to have buys, a London game, and 2 Monday night games.
You think? With the 425? Can't we get a 1 o'clock?
The 4 o'clock slate was butthurt this week. And the games weren't awful in and of themselves, but 3 games I felt like it was criminal.
The 1 o'clock games on national television were brutality.
Yeah.
That was a crime against all football fans.
I just didn't think it was a good,
I agree. That's getting
slate.
watered down. Like I don't know. I'm not someone that's like, I hate change.
Right.
I don't care about 2 Monday night games.
No.
I don't.
I mean, the only thing is if you want to watch the late game like this coming weekend, it's 10 p.m. Eastern. That's a little difficult, but
that's impossible on a Sunday at my house. Just impossible.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's just with all those factors, right? The buys, like I said, was it 2 or 4 teams? 4 teams on buy this week, maybe.
I'm sorry, guys.
What's up?
Don't apologize. Just get after it.
It was October 13th in Arlington, Texas, before the end of daylight savings, so the sun was beginning its long descent just before 6 p.m. Central through the southwest windows of AT&T Stadium. A month later, at the 3:25 p.m. game, that's the game we're playing, I believe, this weekend, the sun claimed another couple of Cowboys this time around 4:45 as those southwest-facing windows frame the setting sun. But it goes in. So Jerry Jones has been like pushed by reporters, and they're like, "Why do you have to?" Like literally, like I'm gonna tell you. Do you remember Back to School when Robert Downey Jr. is like flashing the mirror in the high diver's face so that he like falls? That's happening in a professional NFL stadium right now, and it's God and it's the sun, and they're like, "Why don't you just put curtains?" Which they have done for other sporting events. And Jerry Jones is like, "By the way, we know where the sun is. When we flip the coin, we know which way the sun's gonna be. We know where it's gonna be." And they're like, "Well, then why did CeeDee Lamb look right into the sun for a touchdown pass that he dropped because of the sun?" It's so dumb. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's something we would do. It's something if Dan Snyder built a stadium, this glare on our players from every angle would be the worst.
There was no sunshine with Dan Snyder.
There was
so
no
I apologize.
Ain't no sunshine with Dan.
You enlightened me just now. I didn't know about that. I also just
crazy.
had to check the NLCS score. The Dodgers are up 2-1 for those.
Don't worry, they're gonna win it all. We got you.
I know, because the other three franchises are so much fun to root for. I'm like, let's go.
There's no ML boners in this. At this point in time, it's just Dodgers. It's
Crazy.
just boom.
Oh, Clayton Kershaw, you go right off into the sunset.
Yeah.
You sweet bastard.
It's like Blake Snell. They're like, everyone's like, "Oh man, Blake Snell's pretty good." I'm like, "Yeah, really? You think that's why the Dodgers decided they were going to add him for $1 bazillion and Cy Young awards?"
It's crazy. Like baseball is tough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's super tough right now, especially because I don't want to change the football game to go even check the score
Right.
until I do, because the football game's killing me.
Yeah.
I hate feeling this way. We won't feel this way next week because we're on an every other week schedule, guys. We win every other week. So Dallas week coincides with
It's our
this
winning week.
bipolar way of winning
Yeah.
football
What
games.
did I tell you, man?
Yeah.
The whole league is built to go.
Oh, for sure.
8 and 9 or 9.
Huge
and 8.
middle class.
And I'm all right with every
Huge
other
middle
week.
class in
We're
the
used
NFL
to
right now.
we're used to 4 losses or 4 wins in a row. We've been a very clustered. Even with Rivera, we had like 3-game win streaks, 3-game lose streaks. That's kind of how we do it. This 1-1-1, it's maddening.
Well, and everyone's doing it. Or everyone's doing it.
It's true. We saw it.
Man, I'm telling you, it's week to week.
It
man.
is. You're right. It's an 8.
spots,
It was
it's
an 8-8 league.
injuries,
Now it's an 8-9, 9-8 league.
And that's why I'm not bitching about injuries.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got them.
Yeah,
Teams
I
are getting
know.
ravaged. Baltimore Ravens are 1-5 right up the street.
Yeah.
And damn, do they look horrendous. It's shocking to me.
All right. Do we think they can make a run to the Super Bowl?
The Skins?
Lamar, when they come back. I know we shouldn't be talking about them, but
No. But with any team with healthy Lamar should have a
It's
chance.
the same
at
way I
Super
feel
Bowl.
about Jaden.
But the way their team's playing right now, they look like crap. across the
but-
board.
Who's playing with them, by
know.
the way? They have Ronnie Stanley keeps
So I'm saying
he
this
can't
year,
make it a full
this
game.
year, no.
Roquan Smith is banged up. I mean, you start first of all those 2 names alone. If you don't, because you saw Derrick Henry couldn't even get get a yard.
Cleveland,
they don't have
Cincy, and
anybody.
Pitt aren't exactly gonna,
Bro,
be
I-
the.
But
but
Blair,
I just think their schedule lines up.
It does.
Pretty nice
Yeah.
for them
Snoop
to
Huntley
make a
should have
run.
been their backup from the beginning.
Bro.
That was the Cooper Rush, and I
Oh.
said it. We're watching it on TV. I'm like, why is Cooper Rush their backup? This is the worst idea ever.
All right, so
It should have been Snoop from the
a
beginning.
peek into Sunday at my house. I invited, like I said, Phil over, Justin.
Hammer the over, Phil.
Hammer it, buddy.
Yes. And
that
we
Phil.
got some cheap crabs, and we were watching late ones, into the 1s and the 4s, and we were like, "What? Why hasn't Huntley been playing backup quarterback?" To me, that's why Mariota is good for us, is because he's
Style.
a similar style player to Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
The system doesn't have to change that much.
Spark,
And
You call the same
But-
place.
excitement.
but what's crazy though is like he's done well for the Ravens the last couple years. Like, who does Cooper Rush know, or how bad must
I think someone paid
Huntley
Huntley
had
some
looked.
dough. Someone paid him some money, and then he
how
just
bad
didn't fit.
did Huntley look for them just to say Cooper Rush is the
Maybe
guy?
he was injured because as soon as he got in,
Snoop did get hurt.
everything felt totally different.
I just
Which is why he was available mid-season to
Yeah,
come in back in.
well.
But I just didn't like they could. It wasn't a knock on Cooper Rush. It was a knock on the fact that
It's not.
they didn't line up. Like if Lamar Jackson
He
exits
needs
the
another
game,
offense.
your whole
to back up.
system
Yeah.
is built for a guy like this. So why wouldn't you
I
just
agree.
play him?
bringing in Ben Roethlisberger or some terrible version of it, statue quarterback. I mean,
As Tom
whatever.
Brady's saying, you can't have two offenses, but there's certain portions of one offense. Well, they didn't find them for old Coop.
I don't
Because
know,
all of a
man. Like, to
sudden-
me, that. But
Come on, I agree. No, that's what I'm saying. You get back into the huddle with that same offensive line that just saw you scamper for freaking 16 as you evaded 3 dudes and made a play.
Yeah,
All right,
I
let's
just
go.
don't- I just don't
Let's
know.
play for this guy.
It just doesn't make sense, though.
They're not
because-
laying their ass down on the field for Cooper.
I
It's
want to
not
see.
happening.
I think. I do believe. Well, they're on the bye week this week, right?
Ravens.
I believe so.
Well,
But we can check that out. But
I'm
either
glad
way,
I'm not the guy this week that you point and ask questions to that no one
no.
can ask.
I always have questions lined up. I'm like, yeah, and like in 1978, they totally decided in the National Forestry Association, and you were like,
By the
oh,
way,
okay.
guys, just
Yes,
before
Ravens and Bills.
I tried to interrupt National Forestry, and I shouldn't have.
Well,
But it's been 131 games since a man besides Terry McLaurin had 100 yards in the Washington Redskins victory.
the streak continues.
Debo is going to change things, but he's going to need a little heel therapy first.
Speaking of wide receivers changing things, did anyone see Jameson Williams' celebration
No.
after his touchdown this week?
What did he do?
I believe he's going to get super
We're-
fined for.
the pants remained on.
Yeah, but not up here. They didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he just went straight in.
Do it. Just do it. Don't say it. Do it.
Smacked it around, but he was pumping
He
and
flipped
smacking.
it. Did he flip it and rub it down?
He flipped it,
Oh, no.
but he
I need a body
snapped
bag.
it, and he did everything else with it, and it was incredibly. It was more than 3 pumps. Hingle McCringleberry.
Wait. Is that the rule on fine? 2 pumps is like
2 pumps is okay.
But the third pump
is
is what costs you $50K.
Oh yeah, and he had like 10 pumps, and he was spanking it and smacking it and licking it and stinking it the whole
Not
thing.
the sticking lick, sir.
He was doing all of
You
it.
watch your mouth.
And I was like, oh my god, because I mean, people would be surprised. People were watching the Chiefs Lions. I mean, that was the game everyone was watching. When he scored a touchdown, I believe it might have been the first touchdown of the game. Either way, it was
I was tired.
outrageous.
I went to bed early
And
then.
you didn't know about the excitement that was about to unfold.
No.
I think
And I
this
didn't either. And
will
I've
be his
now
first
just heard
one.
it.
Yeah, it was obscene. Because I think when I first saw it, I was like, he didn't just do that. Like that was my first initial reaction because it was like no leaving anything up to the imagination.
Yeah.
It was like walking on your parents' situation. In
No.
the it was up there. It was up
It could
there.
not have been that bad.
It was pretty bad.
How do you,
But I don't know. I'm
how
just
did you
saying.
guys score a touchdown?
I don't know.
Anyways,
I don't. It's tough. It's really hard right
why
now.
did you do it, Ken?
Cut it out.
We'll get that in post. Don't worry.
Um,
We'll
I
scrub
do
that
want to
in
share with
editing.
our faithful friends here, and I was telling these guys before the show. So I was like, last week I was listening to some shows from like 2017, 2016. We were listening to another show with me, Kevin T, talking about the game where Jamison Crowder had the 100 yards. But then I was scrolling.
November 23rd.
2017. Yeah, we did a
7
show
for
on-
141 and a teeter.
Kevin, you
2010.
sound like the guy from NFL films right now.
If you're saying I'm related to one of the Sables, it's the nicest
She
thing
was
I've ever heard.
angry that day, my
Jamison
friend.
Crowder brought his lunch pail and hard hat that day.
The Washington Redskins haven't had a 100-yard receiver since Lake Forest Mall Club.
Not named Terry McLaurin.
Man.
The mushroom cloud fountains were the greatest.
The mushroom bruises were extra.
Oh man.
The list, as I scrolled, all of a sudden I was like, it said The Audible with Andrew Santino. Now I know people on our board are familiar with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee's podcast, which I believe is called Bad Friends or something like that. And I always see clips from it, and it's always hilarious. We did a show with him. Kevin T and I did a 35-minute show where he phoned in, and we talked about Chicago sports. We talked about a lot of stuff. 35 minutes of us that I had no recollection of whatsoever. None.
What does that mean?
Oh, I mean,
I honestly don't remember it.
it's like 9 years ago. And randomly,
okay.
he was promoting
No, you're
some.
good.
He was
But now
promoting
he's
some,
famous, and we were all together in this.
Yeah, he was promoting some like it was a thing. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
see him in his new. It's called like Here's the Rub. It was like some comedy special he was promoting. It was going to be at the Improv, And so we were getting like,
So obviously you pulled one of those tickets with the numbers on it, on the
It's
sign
like-
that said, "Here's the rub."
like, do you want to
and
interview?
next thing you know, we had a freaking guest. Well
Mhm.
done, Ken. I appreciate your intestinal fortitude. in
I'm
these
willing to say
scenarios.
200,
Nice Gorilla
200.
Monsoon reference right there.
right? So EO knows all
Good
about.
for, thank you, EO.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you guys. By the way, Ken Harris, have you seen or heard of any good high school football games lately?
What?
Just throwing that out there. We got St. John's, McNamara, and Good Counsel in the house, and one of our teams had a legendarily great win. McNamara got a win. We'll call it
No, it was a big time dub.
good win.
Good
Good win for the
job.
program.
Shout out Greg Calhoun, what a coach.
Yep.
Ken Harris and anyone else
Marty
that's been in
Keith Vine.
support of this entire. It's so cool because, bro, Coach Tom Clark is like an uncle to me. And when he had McNamara rolling, and when your dad was
Oh, wait.
toting the rock.
Tom Clark worked at McNamara?
Oh,
Tom Clark won the
yeah.
1990 WCAC championship, and the second most famous play, maybe the most famous play, be debated. Ken T and I were on the sidelines.
Cadillac
left. In college, I ran Cadillac left to Asim Penny, who transferred from South Carolina back to the Cardinals for one season
Nice.
with Jeff Clay and the rest of the
Whoa,
WCAC
shining
that I got to
moment.
play with.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Yeah.
You
I just
started up
remember
the
Coach Clark
Shiners.
from Catholic, and I knew he had success. I did not know that he
Came right with
Yeah,
his spread
that's awesome.
offense
That's awesome.
and took this
Went running
fat-headed
shit. Total
dude
running
over
shit.
here.
Yeah.
He was sending me. Oh, never mind. That man is A+ in the universe, and if anyone thinks differently, I'll put
Yeah.
that tiny little helmet on right there and do whatever I can to lose in a fist fight to anyone who says different.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes.
So go Stangs. Ken
It's
Harris,
so
congratulations.
Great, so great on Tioka Jackson Field.
On
You know,
Tioka
when you have
Jackson
people
Field.
that give a damn, and then coaches and people that come together, and that community has been nothing but amazing to us for a decade. First of all, to us for 3 or 4 decades,
Yep.
especially you. But to First Amendment sports for a decade, no one has such a warm embrace, to be fair. Besides, I will say the cadets and the Gonzaga. But I'm just saying, that's a tie. Those communities come and reach out to us and treat us so well. And if I get a fried fish sandwich with a little hot sauce on it, I'm just saying.
The fried fish
Hey,
sandwich.
wait. Hold,
It's
hold,
the
hold,
best.
hold, hold. No.
It is the best.
No, gentlemen, we're
Come
not going
on.
to do that.
Okay.
You know you're talking to an Eastern Shore boy. I had
That's fair.
All right, that's all right.
I'm talking about in a
That's fair.
WCAC environment, sir.
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
cheating.
I know.
That's-
we
You're
got it on-
juicing.
we got
You
it on
brought
Good
him in, he's
Counsel.
juicing.
But we don't
Yes.
have it on
No.
Salisbury.
I'm going fishing Saturday unless it
Where
gets
at?
canceled, like yesterday did.
Yeah.
But no,
Where are you
we'll
going
go.
out of?
We'll go Lower Bay,
They got a rod and reel, or
Winona, Maryland.
okay.
In
Wow.
in between Salisbury and Chrisfield.
Yeah.
Chris
Chrisfield's where the good seafood comes from.
Yeah, cat used to.
Used to.
It's still kind of there, but the town is not as
Yeah.
bustling as it used to be when we were kids. But man, it's so great. My dad describes the place. It's not the end of the earth, but you can see the end of the earth from Winona.
That's cool,
but
man.
It's great. Yeah. We'll have to get together and I'll fry some.
There's nothing
Some
you
sea
can pull
trout
out
for
of
y'all.
that part of the world and cook that I would not be thrilled
Oh
to taste.
man.
What do you do with your oil?
When I'm done cooking
Yeah.
it. So I don't know
And
if
you
I can
have-
say this legally,
Do you
but
fish oil and separate from
I just
pork?
use cast iron skillets, so I just fill
Okay.
them up in,
Yeah,
in the
okay.
oil. But
But like that's not the chicken. You don't fry chicken the same way as you fry fish.
I don't really fry chicken.
Okay.
I fry fish.
I fry chicken. I love
yeah.
fried chicken.
I use I don't really fry chicken,
Okay.
but I do soft shells a lot. Like we have a
So I was
water-
going to say,
you have
we
to.
have- we
if
have
you're
a-
to fry them.
bro,
Yeah, I know.
we have a waterman. He gives us soft shells for $15 a dozen. I say that to people, and they're like, "Yo, you're lying."
oh, honestly,
I
I will swim to the in between Chrisfield and
Yeah.
Winona. Right, I won't make it, but I will have. I will do my best.
But no, he gives us soft shells pretty cheap. He's one of my dad's old pickup basketball buddies back home in the Eastern Shore, and so
So it's well earned.
yes, exactly. Great guy, Captain Joey, and he gives us
That's
soft
awesome.
shells, and I just let it cool, and then just like put it in a plastic cup and throw it out in the
Yeah.
trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not using a ton of oil. I just
Like,
fry
what
it in
the
pan.
shit, man? We said 8 years ago we were going to stop asking people where they hid their cooking oil.
I
And you just completely.
because there's some families
T
who
would be
like
so
save
pissed
the
at
oil.
you right now.
Some families will have oil
I'm
that'll
going to tell you,
last
that's
for
not
a
going to
while.
smell. That's not going to smell great. I know
No.
you're gonna freeze it. And
No,
you do
but
whatever. It's still going to have a.
I'm just saying. I mean,
All
so
right.
my family, we saved all. We had a pork fat, fish fat, and and beef fat, like containers under the sink.
Bruh.
And I think back,
Nah, that's not. I mean,
the oil, and
No.
now that was used.
Did someone mistake the pork fat for the beef fat?
So the bacon
Ken!
fat, we would use to cook with.
That goes in the
He
freezer.
grew up in Calvert County, though.
Yeah.
So like this is, so basically, if you could build a second Bay Bridge down south, you're connecting Calvert to like the true Eastern Shore, not Kent Narrows.
Sure.
No offense to people in Kent Narrows.
Great
That's
place
Eastern
to get
Shore.
married.
Right, but it's the lower Eastern Shore
Yeah.
that would connect, and then some of those vibes are the same. Right,
And you got
so,
to get some scrapple on
Fair.
there,
bro.
You gotta
I have a hat, a
but
scrambled
none
egg
of
and
that.
cheese hat.
But you got to get some Rappa. I'm Rappa 100%.
That's what I grew up on, but I've been. There is a butcher at the beach.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Say no more. Say no more. That's fine with me.
No.
That's
Shout them
fine
out.
with me. Yeah. Who is it?
Family Butcher of Dagsboro. They have their own
Dagsboro.
house
I go.
blend.
No, that's where we go.
I know.
Bro,
Hold
you
on.
walk in there.
I know
they
Dagsboro
have,
well.
They have X's on. They have two blends, the regular and then the hot. The hot has an X on it, right? And so it's a 2-pound brick.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers
God.
at Good Counsel, Pat Giddings, is a Gonzaga guy, but he came to Good Counsel and started teaching there after doing some corporate stuff for a while. And I bring it back, and he texted me, and he goes, "Dude, this is the best scrapple I've ever eaten in my life.
That's fine with me.
It's so good."
Fine. Just like that is the way
Walsh
it should
family.
be.
Your father and I are going halvesies on a brick.
We're going to
They're only
the
$10,
family of
bro.
Dagsboro.
They're only $10. It's great. I bring it back.
That's
It's
way
fucking
cheaper
rich.
than it was last time. Kev.
Family Butcher
Yes.
of Dagsboro.
Family Butcher of
Not too
Dagsboro.
far from those of you who go to like Bethany.
Yes.
And
Oh,
Fenway
no,
and
no.
stuff
Don't tell
like
anybody
that.
else.
Specifically,
No.
Don't tell
That's-
anybody else. We're gonna buy
so
all
we're
the
Ocean
scrapple.
View.
Yeah.
Ken and I are Ocean View cats.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You're right
And,
there. It's Family Butcher of Dagsboro. They have everything, but their scrapple's good. But they got steaks, all that. They'll
Okay.
cut them custom.
All I needed to hear
Great
was
place.
that they have your support from that region.
Yeah.
Man,
like
that
it.
familially.
scrapple's good.
This is why you guys clicked in here tonight, and I hope we can all meet up around the Dagsboro region. This is why we do this.
Last
Well,
thing on the
this
oil.
is why I do it. Sorry.
Just to make sure, there's a burger place in Memphis. I believe it's Memphis called Dyer's. Familiar?
Bro, I'm ashamed to say I do not, because I went to Memphis
think it's
for
Memphis.
travel basketball
Yeah.
with Takeover. I've been to Memphis 4 times, maybe 5 in the last 2 years, to the point where my wife goes, "Do you have another family in Memphis that you need to tell me about?"
Ooh.
And I was like, "No, this is just where we're going. Like, this is what Nike
But Lauren,
is."
you are a very humorous
Yeah.
lady, and I do appreciate
Right
that.
on Beale
Just so
Street.
you guys know.
Yeah.
Right on Beale
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
They're historic Beale Street. They got they're okay. So let me tell you about this. The next time you're gonna be going back, then
Yeah, we'll go back. We'll probably go back.
this guy
I got a Memphis place for you too, but go ahead.
bought this place Dyer's
Yeah.
from some dude. It started in like a house on like a farm, and they were frying up burgers and hand 10 cents or whatever out the back window.
Yep.
And then they found a spot. They kept the same oil for the whole entire
Bro, why-
over 100 years.
Why is
Over 100
oil
years.
the connecting theme though?
It is.
I'm having gastrointestinal difficulties every time you say oil.
He changed restaurant locations, and he had to get a Brink's truck
To bring all the oil.
to get to oil because they were afraid of like getting
People stealing
robbed. Yeah, because it was their whole business. Their whole business was built on using the same oil that had been around forever. So when you go to Memphis, right on this Beale Street, historic Beale Street, they were cooking burgers in 100-year-old grease.
All right. I have a
I'm just saying.
I have a
Okay,
great I have
I'm
a
good,
great
I'm
place.
good, I'm good.
I have a great place in Memphis, and then I'm gonna connect us back. How
Okay,
about
connect.
that?
Good,
All right.
because I have a sourdough connection later.
So we go
Little
to
brioche.
the first time we go to Memphis, we check into the hotel in the Sheraton, and you know, we usually stay at Sheraton's or something connected to Marriott, and we get there and we ask where's the best barbecue, right? We don't play until 8. It's like 8 a.m. We can't even get into the rooms yet. And the workers at the Sheraton, the staff, they tell us you got to go to Cozy Corner. So we go to Cozy Corner. Man, Cozy Corner is in the absolute hood, right? Like if you've ever been to Memphis, you try to stay on Beale Street as much as possible. It's everything's safe there for the most part. The FedEx Forum's right there, all the BB King places, tourist spots, and then just a few blocks away, it can get a little dicey, which is where we were. So we drive. The kids are in study hall, right? We do study hall.
You got it, coach.
Yeah, we got to do study hall. So we do study hall. Kids are in study hall. A couple coaches stay, and then we go to Cozy Corner. We get to Cozy Corner, and please don't take this the wrong way, but if you're in the middle of the hood, or as they would say, the trap these days, and it's nothing but white people outside that line, you know you're in the right spot.
Yep.
Because they're willing to risk safety and racial turbulence to get the barbecue, right? So we know we're in the right spot. So we get there, and we're at Cozy Corner, and we've been back every time we go to Memphis, and we're rounding the bend to finally get to order, and I look up on the TV, and it's the 30 for 30 Behan Strong story.
Get out of here,
bro. Yep. 30 for 30
at the Cozy Corner.
At the Cozy Corner.
Come
Memphis,
on,
bro. At the Cozy Corner.
We were on that.
We were on that, dude.
Yeah, I know you were. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
First of all,
crazy.
We were a billionth percent. We were the voiceover. Like, well, no.
Yeah, it was.
We
crazy.
love him. We love the whole league, and the whole league loves him like yourself.
Yep.
Damn.
No, so I Mark Stern and I, who work together with DMV Live, runs Capital Hoops.
He
yeah, I know. Mark's right around the corner. I know.
Yeah, man.
Well,
but listen.
Yeah,
you live this world, and I love hearing about it.
Yep. So Mark
and
Mark
and
I,
we've just come to respect him.
Yep.
For the hustle.
No, so I mean Mark. We drove to the game together tonight. It was a few good council people, and Mark and Azar who's coaching at St. John's now. We went to the game last night, but Mark and I have become good friends, running DMV Live and doing all those things. But I go to Pat's house once or twice a year to watch hoops or, football. But then the annual thing is on like Labor Day night. We draft his fantasy team with him. Mark and I do.
I love it.
Yeah, we draft his fantasy team with him, so it's good. I a bunch of guys went over for his birthday. I'm not sure if you saw it on social media the other day. I was hoping to go, but I couldn't. But yeah, we always, talk to Pat all the time, and he's still sharp. It's still like, Pat, we should probably draft J.K. Dobbins here. And he's like, nope, I want upside. I want this young guy. You know what I mean? Which is good. And that's how he's still connected with Bucknell and breaking their film down and things like that. But shout out to Pat.
Whoever at Bucknell decided that was a good idea.
Yeah.
I want to hug that human being.
Yeah.
Because Pat Behan's brain for basketball is every bit as sharp as this band his whole entire life.
Ever. Yeah.
And now he has a role that someone was like, you know what? Yeah, you're damn right.
Yeah.
And he was in this basement before Ken got it redone.
Yeah.
There's a bit of rebar in this region.
Yeah, he banged his head right
and when
there.
the Nats, we're watching, it wasn't game 7.
It was, it was not game.
But it was
playoffs.
it was a playoff game down here, and he said we were so worried to ask him. You have coaches on, you have people on here, you don't want to waste their time.
Yeah,
I know you're running a program, and you came over here. He goes, you guys mind if we watch some baseball before we? And we were like, yes. Yeah. And when he celebrated, 6'9", jumping up right here, didn't end well right around there. If the chalk outline, and he popped up. What did Luvu say? He popped up like when DQ got hit in the face.
Oh yeah,
toast.
Yeah.
He popped up like toast.
Popped up like toast.
Pat Behan popped up like toast.
Yeah. Pat's setup at his house is pretty cool. He's got, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to go visit him, whatever, but he has a nice setup. He's got like 4 TVs. So, he has this.
So he's got,
this man's been fighting ALS for 5 years. It ravaged him after he won the greatest basketball game I've ever witnessed. Yeah. I grabbed the back of my head, and every highlight, I'm just holding it because I grew up in this league. I've never seen anything like it. It was such a beautiful moment.
I mean, one of the best things about that game, though, is that Glenn Farello was rooting for him despite coaching against him.
Ken and I have always
been saying that for years,
bro. Like,
yeah.
And so
he was the happiest guy on the floor.
That's
His smile at the end of that game was so outrageously great.
And so what so many people don't realize is this area is so special that yes, we compete. And we're against each other. We want kids to come, and we want to do well once we get those kids, and we want to win, and we want to make our kids better. But ultimately, we are all rooting for one another because there's plenty to go around for everybody to be successful.
You're damn right. And
There's
a high
plenty.
tide raises all
ships. Yes, right. And so there's plenty, and that was really special to see Glenn kind of come over and celebrate with Pat. And Glenn is there. Like, I told you I go once in a while, but Glenn goes all the time to visit Pat. And, if you just look at Glenn's success at PVI, but he easily could be too cool for school. I'm too busy. I got young kids, whatever. And he just, he's always there with Pat to hang out with him. So
he bought him food. What was it for, like 50 straight weeks on Thursday?
Oh, Maggiano's.
No, it was Asian.
I
or
don't
Thai.
even know.
It might have been Thai.
Blended?
So Thai food. Thai food
Thai.
every Thursday. That's when they had their like connection. Except for the week they played, and he didn't buy him shit. And I that story though, you know what I mean? And because Glenn's the one that told it.
Yeah,
it wasn't coming from Pat. And they that neat thing. That's what that is. That specifically defines who we are in this conference, Blair.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Yourself from Good Counsel, T. Strachan, DeMatha, Ken, McNamara, myself, St. John's, like Glenn Farello, Paul VI.
Yep.
You know who loves First Amendment sports as much as any coach? Ken. Who comes over to us everywhere? The big dog.
Yeah.
The most sought-after gentleman in the gym.
Yeah.
Can that ever wait to come over to Ken, T, and I and say, hey guys, I just love, hey, is there anything you need? What can I do? Well, can you sit here and talk? Love to.
Yeah. No, I mean, man, it's for me.
All Skins fans, baby.
Yeah. Not everybody, but
not everybody.
But for me, growing up on the Eastern Shore in such a small community, right? Like the DC Catholic League basketball scene it replicates that to me a little bit, right? Like it's such a small yet large community that really cares about each other. Again, definitely want to win, definitely want to,
can't stand
want
lose.
The bragging rights.
Cannot stand to lose.
But
it's more about our identity.
Bingo. But
once the buzzer goes off, though.
But when you go out of town, we definitely want St. John's to win. We definitely want McNamara, DeMatha, Good Counsel, or Ricca, whoever.
1,000%.
Yeah, we want them to win because, like you said, the rising tide lifts all.
We all want McNamara to win.
Hey,
obviously,
sometimes.
Most of the time. Well, aside from us all agreeing on the Redskins on this, Good Counsel, the school you're working at right now, and St. John's, the school where we're parents of children at right now,
the only school I've ever worked
at.
Just
you got it.
Only school.
Love it.
Yeah.
So I mean, like right now, presently in this moment. No, but it's homecoming this weekend. And you teach and are the dean of students for my two nieces and nephews over there. I got my kid and Ken's who are like family to me over here. It's not. Yeah. We don't hate.
No.
But we hate to lose.
Of course.
Desperately. And then send cats out into the world that win a lot of games.
Yes.
And culture wins more games than talent. And
that's Saturday
what we should be most famous for.
This coming Saturday, right?
This Saturday at 1. Ken.
This Saturday at 1.
I don't want you to be late. I don't want you to be late, but yes.
What's going on? You guys got to fill me in. I'll be
in
Winona catching sea trout about that time.
All right.
St. John's Good Counsel, right?
St. John's Good Counsel at St. John's.
At St. John's.
Yeah.
What? St. John's
I don't have to cover
homecoming.
that. I drove to Philly to cover the game.
So.
I think that the number
this
2
Saturday,
seed,
and then
number 2
we
seed
all
will be
wake
determined
up
this
on
week.
Sunday and root for the burgundy and gold at the same places that we watched the stream. Except for you and I will be there, reporting on how fishing is going for Blair. Please send text and no fake photos.
What's your score prediction?
Good Counsel. Oh.
No. Skins Cowboys.
Yeah.
Skins Cowboys.
You can't send him to work.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, we're struggling a little bit. Our guys are playing hard. They played really well the other night. Just one long play.
That's the best. That's a top 10
football.
team in the country right now.
Yeah.
And Good Counsel and St. John's are 4-6 in the area.
Yeah.
And that's pretty damn good.
It was a good game. So, hopefully they can bounce back, but it's always tough to go on the road in our league, right? Anytime you can win on the road in this league, it's
a
gold.
historical W.
Yeah, it's gold.
You remember it when you're 90.
Bingo. All right, so Skins prediction. I hate to say this, but I need to see the injury report, right? To make
on
make
Tuesday.
a valid.
The beautiful thing is this:
We got
To make a
you have
valid,
to make a Tuesday. That way, no one
Yes.
can give you crap on next Monday.
Yeah.
That shit's old by then.
All right, I'm gonna go. Dallas just lost
to Carolina.
to Carolina.
Mm.
Some of
Welcome
us-
to the middle
In
class.
grotesque fashion.
Rico
The
Dowdle,
same way we
Rico
just lost.
Dowdle revenge game.
Oh my lord! Oh, guess who nerd guy picked up on his fantasy football team
There you
to
go.
beat my great aunt who was probably at mass. But you got to do what you got to
Gotta
do.
do
out
what you
there.
gotta do.
That's terrible.
Trying to get my daughter involved.
Yeah.
All right. So my guess is definitely under the 54.5. So I would go,
Sorry, Pete.
let's call Skins 27.
Okay.
I'll take Skins 27 and Dallas 24. We'll put us
Okay.
at 51. Yep.
I'm just gonna say you and I
Oh,
were in
also,
Annapolis.
I'd probably take second half over.
fair.
In the words of our good
Jim
friend-
Wetzel?
no,
Sorry.
nope, better.
Thank
our,
God.
Our good friend and your cousin
Mm.
Frankie Gilmore. Hey, are they running up and down in the first half? Not quite, Frank. Let's take the second half over then.
Because
Man.
they can't eat us. His other favorite. Hey, what are they gonna do? They
Yeah.
can't eat us.
Yep.
And I was like,
Yep.
that's
I
fair.
didn't think of. I mean,
By law.
that's a homer
Mhm.
pick,
No.
but
No, that's fair.
yeah.
What do you got?
The last time these two teams played was the greatest performance in the history of broadcastership. It was the WCAC finals, Blair. T broke out of a hospital.
Yes.
And my man Maurice
Yep.
drove him to the Naval Academy and drove him back to the hospital. And that day, Ken and I sat there waiting and hoping and texting. And this, what was it? I don't know if you remember the name of the place, but I know this. We all know how crazy that last game was. Kickoff returns and spinoramas and
Yep.
craziness. And we effing lost. And I was like,
Yep.
oh, man, all the magic and all this stuff.
It's November.
But the big man upstairs was like, yo, it's the sun's high in the sky. I have plenty more magic for you today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're winning today because I know a guy
Yeah.
that knows a guy, and I'm sure
do you-
that
so what-
conversation's
what do
been
you got?
had. It's going to happen on a last-second field goal like this just did, and we will win 27-24.
Isn't that what I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
I said last-second field goal, but like these are the scores, Blair. You know this.
Oh man.
I wasn't going for your 51, but I said this yesterday, and people are going to listen today. So I can't back off just because you jumped in.
No.
But I got to say what I got to say. I feel like Matt Gay's made 5 of 16 field goals from plus 50 going back to last
5
year.
of 16 or 15?
5 of. Hold up.
You got
I
it.
have it written down.
You got it there, Jim Nance.
I don't. No. You guys got no. This says fried trout. This says what was it?
wait, what you talking about? Who, Matt Gay?
Brick. Hold on. Bricko breakfast.
He's
Sorry.
cut out of the deal, by the way. Just
You
Where are they
guys-
keeping
yeah,
the
good
pork
luck.
fat? Where's the bacon fat? That's all I care about. Just let me know.
Matt Gay is 6 of 15 in his last 15 field goals from 50 plus since last year. And we all have been watching the field goal assassination of the goalpost this year, where every dumb son of a bee kicks it 63. Like, it's good. Like, does anyone
Not our
yank
guy.
them anymore or push them? You have to block them or they're good from 62. But I know this. He made 8 in a row and kind of helped us out. He is going to be fine for the 1-year deal we signed because he will make a field goal to win the game against the Dallas Cowboys, and we all know
All
how
right.
that feels. So that's it.
I have him doing the same thing. but I have them not. I don't think it's going to be the last second. I have us getting. I have us scoring 37 points. Phil, red alert. Phil, hammer alert.
No, even better. Phil,
Hammer alert.
Wait. You said over, or you said 37.
37.
Right?
So that's definitely an over for there.
Only thing Phil likes more than a regular over hammer is a team total.
Team total. Hammer it, Phil. Hammer that team total. It's going to be a 37 to 24 situation. I'll give the Cowboys their 24
maybe
points.
a little alt total over over 40 for the.
I learned so
Juice
many
it down
things
a little
here.
bit. Just juice it down a little. Yeah.
I, because I've heard football is a game of fight, and I watched
my
that said
God.
gentleman lose so many bets. I knew, don't bet. It's no fun because football is a game of fight. Just
is.
don't throw your wallet out under the freaking gridiron, and you should be just
Hammer
fine.
it, Phil. Hammer
But
it.
Phil?
Yeah.
You should hammer it.
And by the way, I want to know what happens to the hammering of all of this. I want to know. I'm going to go back and watch this week and follow what happens, and it's going to be so
Lots
amazing.
of predictions.
Don't everyone ever do that for the last 10 years.
No,
But just this week.
Don't
I
listen
don't
to
know,
anything.
man. I just think it's gonna. Hopefully, it's a good game.
I hope so too.
And we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Everyone here knows what that means, aside from the
Yeah.
fantasies and the over-unders. Beat Dallas.
Yeah.
The one chant I heard in my life the week before we played a team, that's the one thing that sticks out to me forever, is shaking in the stands and having everyone chanting, "We want Dallas" against Arizona the week before.
Yeah.
And sorry, it was St. Louis then with Jim Hart at quarterback, but I don't give a dang. I had the best bowl cut you ever saw in a fresh-ass Skins jacket, and I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
If we could have not fumbled when we did, I thought the we want Dallas.
I was
chant,
feeling my vibe was so high.
the we want Dallas chant would have gotten there because there was enough time in that game. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I think we could have gotten there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll be back in that same spot, and we'll be back in this spot exactly 1 week from now. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us here on a Tuesday evening. I want to say a special thank you to Blair Mills.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for
man.
sitting in the Tim Strachan seat of honor.
Yes. Tim was a great guy. I taught his nephew at Good Counsel too, Brody, my guy.
Yeah.
My Brody he's
My guy, Brody.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I came up to Tim at one game. I know you're trying to sign off, but just real quick.
No.
I gotta tell the story.
Please don't stop.
I got to tell the story. So I had met Tim and we had talked once or twice, just introduce ourselves, and then I came up to him. I was like, "Hey, I got Brody in my class," and he goes, "How's he doing?" And I was like, "He's doing all right." I was like, "He's good. We're good. We have an understanding, yada yada yada." And he goes, "Man, if you can say that about my nephew, you must be a great guy." So, but no, I love Brody. When I was at the services at DeMatha, walked up to Brody, hugged him, and just said, "Man, anytime you need," because he's at Salisbury, right? So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. And just a great family. Love Tim. Love you guys. I'm glad I could make it over. Would love to come back.
Would love to have you
whenever.
back.
Hopefully the audience, the onlookers don't think I'm a crazy,
No.
a crazy high school
I got to figure out a way to get
teacher or
this
whatever.
thing out of your
No, no,
face.
no.
No, we're good. I like
No,
it that
no,
way.
no.
It's
Okay,
it's
okay,
good.
okay.
It's good. It's good. It's
Everything
it's
is
like I'm
good.
about to cut a track on a mixtape or something.
know.
I like
Okay,
it. You can't
okay.
see me.
Turn that bass up. Turn that bass up real quick, Kev.
No,
Let's just see your
but-
face more than mine.
But I want to say one thing.
Yep.
Ken and I made this delineation together
Yep.
when all decisions were made by three folks around here.
Yeah.
When it became two folks, that chair will never be filled,
Never.
but
Yeah.
we will always have periodic guests.
Right.
There's some boxes they got to check between brothers and this world and the people that we've met and everything going on. And there's a very select few that T would be very proud of.
Yeah.
And we are very proud to have you down here.
I appreciate it.
And
guys.
no, I'm just telling you, man. Blair, thank you for what you've done for the people in this community
Yep.
Moving up from Salisbury, we should embrace you. Moving up from Dundalk, we do.
I
We
never lived in Dundalk.
Dundalk is
No,
crazy.
sorry. The boardwalk at Dundalk. My bad. Where I visited you at your first job selling cotton candy and
that's true.
candied walnuts.
Wait,
Salt
Dundalk
pretzels.
has a boardwalk?
No. Well, it's
If they did, Ken would have had a job there. Because there's not a place in the state of Maryland that Ken didn't work hard
did
and get it
something.
done. But you know, his hard work has got this done.
Yep.
We got a gentleman like you in here tonight. Hey, not kidding. Ken and I have said we can only have a few folks in here. Like we said, there's no more. No one's filling that chair.
Never.
And you know that, and it's
Yeah.
why you're sitting there. And thanks for everything you do, because T. Strachan would be so proud that you were sitting there tonight.
I appreciate it.
So cheers,
fellas.
my man.
Yep. Appreciate you guys for having me.
We're gonna keep doing it this way, hopefully as much as we can here going forward. We love the fact that at our wellest, we were playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Sky's
hate to
not
say
falling,
it
guys.
in
We're good.
Nah,
in
you
a
just gotta
bad
play a
way.
little better than that.
Yeah, we got to be more consistent and can't give the
Yep.
ball away.
Not peaking yet. That's a good point. That's what you got to keep your mind on.
And we're not playing
We'll get there.
anyone great. We're playing someone. It's like crazy. Like we're like. I love to think that we're upper middle class, but we're firmly in that. Trying to figure our
Oh,
way out.
yeah.
And
No doubt. We're not figured out.
we
yet.
gotta figure out a way past Dallas because
got to get healthy too.
gotta get healthy. But Dallas
That always
is one of
helps.
those teams we could lose to.
How about the heart and soul
Gotta-
of Terry?
gotta
Let's
work.
not imagine. We haven't been like little punks. He
Yeah.
hasn't really had an impact on this season just yet.
Nope.
And we all know he will.
And many seasons to come, contractually.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, we love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
On behalf of
what a fun night this was.
Kevin and Blair, I'm Ken Meringolo. We are still live. Let's give
Please do.
let's give Blair just a little taste of
What?
a different version of this song.
Oh, the song?
Yeah. Actually, this is one I haven't heard of yet. I hadn't. This one is the way we're gonna go out.
Now
Here we go.
Like T would be nervous.
EO did this.
I would be nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, if EO did it, no one's nervous.
EO did this. What's up, EO? You did it. We need a table stand. You're right.
Is this a Viking?
He did a Viking version of the theme song. Okay, I'm gonna find. Hold on.
Not bad.
All right, here. Wait, look at this one. That I'm gonna listen to that one a lot because I love the lyrics of
all
the
of
Redskins.
them are. They're all, first of all, they all make me. They make me very happy.
But there's one that I was just.
We're still live.
We're still live. I
Still
want
live.
one more. I
So-
want it.
So just so you know,
Oh, here it
Blair,
is. Here it
T's
is.
big quote would be like, "Ken, we went 1 minute too long."
Thank you, Manor. 1 minute too long.
No, I'm not saying that.
Thank God it's Tuesday. Pull up a seat.
Who's this?
Talking Commanders football.
Our man EO put it together.
Drinking our whiskey neat. First Amendment sports.
We'll go out on that. We're still live, everybody.
Don't muff it up, fellas. Hail to the Redskins. Thank God it's Tuesday.
So I
Thank God
think-
it's Tuesday.
There's a.
Thank God it's Tuesday. Here on First Amendment sports.
Is it? We still live? I want the $15.